There's JASMY. So I've looked at JASMY a few times in the past. Let me just update my charts and just see if there's any like significant changes. The first thing I'm going to do is just update. I'm looking at the MEXC chart. I don't know why, probably because it's got the most data. Looking at CoinGecko though, let me have a look at the volume on JASMY to see which chart is actually has the most volume. I'll just quickly have a look for you. JASMY markets, volume percentage. Binance has the most spot volume at 20%, 21, 22%. MEX actually is pretty poor. It's really poor. So I might have to change my charts because I don't like to chart on low volume charts. Perpetuals, Binance Futures has the most volume at 64%. That's $38 million worth of volume in the last 24 hours. On spot, Binance Futures has the most volume. The spot Binance is $13 million. The perpetuals has $38 million. So I think for all intents and purposes, you really want to be using Binance Futures to chart on. I think the biggest problem I found was historic data. So let me just have a look at Binance Futures. I've got MEX here, but it's probably better to use the Binance chart. So you're looking to add. I'm looking to add Binance JASMY. There it is. JASMY to perpetuals Binance. That's the one you want to use. So let's have a look at that. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to bring it side by side with my MEXC chart and copy the data from MEXC. It's a little bit cumbersome, but it's worthwhile analyzing using multiple charts when you see that one has more data and one has more volume. It does pay off because you'll have more data. Basically, it's all about data, isn't it? So I'm looking at Binance, I'm looking at MEX. Let me have a look at the monthly time frame just to see the overall view. So it looks like JASMY was launched in January 21 on MEX. And you see on Binance Futures, it only came on April 22. So even though Binance Futures is definitely the correct chart to use because of the volume, volume is absolutely important. It's critical to understanding key levels. Yeah, so you really want to use the highest volume chart. Binance Futures is the one, but obviously it doesn't have all the historic data, and that's where you have to get those like major fib levels from JASMY, from MEXC. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to transfer my JASMY data, my MEXC data onto Binance. Just quickly do that. Let me just hide some things. So what I have got is the all-time high. That was $4.79. Copy that. A bit of pain. It's a bit of a pain, but it does pay off. Did I do it right? 4.79. Did it right? Yeah, 4.7. It's pretty high. Where's my all-time low? Do I have it? Where have I not got the all-time low here? Let me have a look at this. On CoinGecko, let me see what the all-time low is. December 29, it was 0.0275. That's about right on MEXC. That's correct. So let me just use the same value on Binance perpetuals. Exactly the same value. All-time low 0.00275. So once you have that data in, very helpful. The other data that's important is the MEXC launch price. Again, with Binance, you won't have that, but it is important. It's at 0.057. That's a key level. And these launch prices are really important because they often act as resistance as the price comes back up. I'm going to make a note of that. MEXC launch price. Like you can just put key level, doesn't matter. And then the other level that I've got here on is this one. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's an SR flip. We're way above that anyway, so I think that we can just ignore that for now. All right, so I've got all the data. Let me just also do one other thing. I'll do a full volume profile on MEXC, and then I'm going to do a volume profile on Binance futures, and I'm going to see if there's any significant differences. There probably will be. So actually on MEXC, we're way above the value area high. The point of control is in the lows, pretty relevant. That key level, which was the SR flip, was the value area high of MEXC. Okay, pretty irrelevant because we're way past those levels. Looking at Binance futures now. Okay, excuse me. 7.889. What's that one? So interestingly enough, on Binance futures, the value area high comes in a bit lower than MEXC. For all intents purposes, now we can just use Binance futures. Yeah, the key is to just make a mark of the all-time high, the all-time low, and the MEXC launch price. That's going to be helpful. And then you can just chuck away that MEXC chart now, and you can just focus on Binance futures, simply because Binance has most volume. All right, and so we never need to go back to MEXC again. Once we have all of that data, is really important. And now you can just do a nice easy fib pull from the all-time high to the all-time low, all the way down. And I'm using log, and what I want to do is I want to make sure the values are correct. I'm a bit anal about that. Some people aren't. I'm a little bit anal about numbers, so I like to make sure that my fibs are using the exact numbers. So I'll just copy and paste. That's it. Right, so we have our fib retracement level. Okay, and this is from the all-time high all the way down to the all-time low. And as you can see, or maybe you can't see because you're driving, the price has expanded above the 236, and we're finding support on the 236. So that's actually a really bullish price action. We've put in volume into the lows of this overall range. We've expanded out of this lower part, and we're finding support on an SR flip on this higher time frame 236 fib level at 0.016007. Okay, so that's a really good sign for this token. Really good. Now, the good thing about MEXC was that you can do a volume profile and you can see historic data. I think for all intents purposes, you could probably ignore historic data, simply because most of the volume is being put into Binance futures. And right now, we're pretty much clear of most of the volume. Yeah, I think all of historic volume is probably irrelevant, simply because most of the volume has been, like I can clearly see when I look at CoinGecko, the markets, that it's Binance futures is driving the price. All right, what is this one? Yeah, Binance futures. I don't know why here BingX futures has a lot of volume as well, but it's a bit stupid. 6%. The data is incorrect. Oh, it's the depth. Okay, yeah, Binance futures is definitely driving the price. 38 million in the last 24 hours. Bybit comes close to, at 15 million. Well, not really. And then obviously spot. Again, it's Binance spot, which is so Binance is basically moving the price, and it's all Binance futures. So you can basically focus on the Binance chart and just ignore the other charts. All right. So because we've put in an all-time low, you can pretty much ignore previous moves on this chart. If we're doing Elliott waves, let me see if I can find something here for you. All right, let me just actually, while I'm here, I'm just going to quickly put in my volume levels. I can get rid of this range pool. Value area high, point of control. It's irrelevant now, but I'm just going to add it just in case it moves, so I have a reference. I can delete that. That's my volume levels. Let me just put it into my own group. Even though I've deleted the next data, I'm actually going to put it back because I want to see if there's any higher time frame liquidity levels as well. So let me just quickly put it back. I'm going to start on the yearly time frame just because we have yearly data. Nope, no yearly levels, only below us. Okay, that's fine. Let's have a look at 3 month. Nope, 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 nope. Monthly. Okay, yeah, that's important. So we actually on MEXC, you can see that there's a monthly level that is relevant. And actually the previous month is also, this last month is put in a level too. So we have a couple of levels, but this is the one that I want from MEXC. It's at 0.03525. Let me just copy that across. Move to section. How do I move this? Drag it all the way up. Okay, let me just do that quickly again. A bit annoying. Monthly level. It's good to mark out your liquidity levels because that's where you're going to find resistance. Yeah, and so if you see confluence, then you have good places to take profit if you're looking to take profit or short. That's the monthly. Let me see if there's any historic weekly on the MEXC chart. Oh, I put MEXC futures. That sucks. I wanted spot. Oh, it's annoying. Okay. Spot. JASMY. Futures. There it is. I have to use this one again. So annoying. That's why it's good when you have like an index. When you have like Binance, sometimes they do indexes. Right. So back to the monthly. All right, yeah. So there's that monthly level there. There's another monthly level here. I'm just going to copy the data across, actually. There's one up there, but it's been taken. The liquidity's been taken. Let's go to the weekly time frame. There's a weekly level here and here. We've taken the liquidity there. We have another weekly level here. I'm going to just copy it across to the other chart. This is historic data, but these levels are relevant. And copy it to that's taken. Liquidity is taken on that one. That one's cleared. They're all cleared. Okay, good. And then we'll see daily. We'll do daily as well. Just on the historic price section. See if there's any right, I'll just ignore the dailies. It's not important. There's one up there that's probably important. I'll mark that one. Let's see what the coordinates are. Got the coordinates there. Putting my daily levels in now. Just that one is important. I don't think the rest matter. They probably might, but I mean, it'd take too long. Right. Back to the weekly time frame. I've got my higher time frame levels in. Not too many. These are higher time frame. These are liquidity levels, but they're also levels that need to be flipped from resistance into support. Weekly levels, monthly levels, and just want that higher, that daily level that's higher up. Just looking at the current price action, the current price range. David, you're asking me a question. Let me have a look in a second. Yeah, there's this current monthly level as well. Weekly. Computer's lagging. Weekly. All this weekly level's been tapped. So there's a weekly level underneath us there. I'll add that. Daily, let me just have a look at the daily again on the local time frame. That's it really. They're all gone. Right. So we've got our levels. Can hide those now. We've got our volume levels. Okay, that's fine. Now, volume wise, we have a local range here as well. So definitely as it comes above the 236 the last time, from that candle through to the current price, we can do a nice little range pull. You see that we're in the value area. Okay. So I'm just going to mark this off as well. Value area low. I'm going to rename it to local. Control. Value area high. While I'm doing that, I'm just which one is that? That's the wrong chart. I'm definitely going to get rid of MEXT now. Don't need it. Finance futures, that's the one. I've got my local value volume range. Group volume range. Get rid of that now. Can hide that. Okay. So pretty much got all of our data in. And now all we have to do is analyze. Let's have a look. So something to know, yeah. I'm just looking at it now. I'm just kind of getting an idea. of the liquidity. There's a lot of kind of vast expanses of black space. So I do think that there's potential for this to move very quickly as it moves. Yeah, just bear that in mind. That's quite a good sign. Yeah, I think the reason why is that it's come down quite fast and it hasn't created much resistance on the way down. So as the price wants to ascend, it will probably move up quite quickly as well. You see in all of these levels that I've marked, they're basically the major levels where you're going to find resistance. Yeah, you've got these higher time frame levels, daily, weekly, monthly, and you've also got fib levels on the higher time frame, and there's no volume levels because they're all below us. Okay, I could potentially go back into MEX and start looking at the volume and trap liquidity and stuff. I think the thing is that so much volume has been put into the Binance futures at the lows that it's overshadowing the volume. Yeah, you can see here, look at this green candle on the weekly time frame. You see how much volume came into that candle. That's pretty good. That's like off the charts really. Like 412 billion in volume. 112 billion, that's a lot, huh? Let me just tell you how much that is. 412 billion times what price? Average price. Let's say the top price. I don't know what the price is. What's the point of control? It's at the bottom. Let's just say it came in at 0.0079, 0.008. That's like $3.2 billion worth of volume in that 1 week on this exchange. And so what you can see is that the price has found support on the top of that candle. That often happens when you have a massive injection of volume. So basically some gigantic whale has come and taken a really large perpetual futures contract, and that's created a gap here. And now that gap is holding the price. That's what's happening right now. And what you're seeing here is a flat correction of a higher time frame, flat correction on the weekly time frame. And you just don't now, you can't, this price, you don't want the price to come back down. That would be extremely bearish, because you then fill this candle and all these people who are buying in the highs are going to get trapped and they're going to start dumping. Okay, so as long as that doesn't happen, this is looking very bullish, because you're seeing a multi-week flat correction after you've seen this expansion in price. It's kind of what you want to see. You don't want to see the price close on the weekly time frame underneath this 236 fib. Now I think, look, it's very obvious that it's acting as support. Doesn't matter if it wicks down, you just don't want to see a close underneath that level. There's no reason why it would, because you have a weekly level there and you're in this local volume range. We're in the, you know, that's oh, I got an alert on Slurf, David. Let me quickly go to Bitcoin. What's Bitcoin doing? Nothing. Let's go to Slurf. Perfect. So any swing failures? Nope. No swing failures yet. It's the wrong chart. That's the chart. There it is. There's your swing failure. I'll take a long now. Are we getting good enough reaction? Sorry. Right along. Let's see what happens. Probably going to get stopped out. Validation. 7, 9. Sorry. All right, let's see what happens. Good morning, Fafafoe. All right, let's just see how that trade plays out now. Can only win or lose. So going back to JASMY, I think we're seeing a very nice flat correction in these above this 236. So this is called reaccumulation. Yeah, we're in the value area, and a really good place to buy would probably be the value area low, because that's also a weekly level. That's probably at about 0.0182 thereabouts. Probably a good place to pick this up if you're looking to add. And obviously the next good place to pick this up would be, it'd be hard to do, but you know, taking the lows is always a good place to pick up the token. Yeah, it'd be hard. A lot of people find that difficult, but you know, you're just clearing the liquidity from the lows, and you're often, what happens is it goes back up, it just reverses. But I think if you're buying spot, this is a pretty good place to buy. Local value area low, which is also a weekly level. And I think eventually what will happen is that Bitcoin will finish its correction, and then you're going to get a lot of these tokens finally break out from their corrections, from their consolidation ranges. Okay, that's probably what's going to happen. As long as you don't come back into this bullish green candle that's got a crazy amount of volume, then I think you're fine. I think this is support. You don't want to come back into that bullish candle, and it's not. You see the price is not coming back in there. I'm just going to have a look and see if I can see any kind of Elliott waves. It's kind of hard to, it's really hard to know, because right here at December 22 there was an impulsive move and it went quite far. 178%. Was that the first move, the first wave? And then what we're seeing is a correction? I have no idea. I can't tell. It's hard to tell. It's quite a long correction for that move, to be honest with you. So probably not. Yeah, it's a pretty impulsive move, but then there's a pretty long correction. It's probably too long. So I'm just going to ignore it for now. And I'm thinking maybe the move actually began here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. It's not easy, actually. This is not really easy. This is clearly the next impulse. I mean, we could, it is possible that this is just wave 1. I can't tell, because I don't really know if this could be wave 1 here as well. I don't know. I really don't know. It's not easy to tell. I think this is definitely you're looking at some kind of impulsive move here. One. This is an extended flat. There's your first move. That's an extended flat. Then you're into your second move. We're up to there. And now we're in some kind of, again, a flat correction. It's like from an extended flat to another flat correction. Probably looking for another down push on JASMY, to be honest with you, just to finish this correction. Similar to Bitcoin. It probably needs to go down once more. I'm just counting them and I'm seeing, see, look. A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C. So you're just probably expecting another C for the next move. That will be wave 5, because that's wave 1. This is wave 2. This is wave 3. This is wave 4. And then you're looking for another move, which will be wave 5. I don't know if that whole arm is wave 1 or wave 3, because I don't really know what's going on here. It could be this whole thing could be a 3, or it could be the 1. Probably is the 3, to be honest with you. There's some kind of 1 here, and this is probably some kind of 2. That's what I'm thinking right now, just looking at it. So you are expecting another wave, a wave 5, which is probably the same as Bitcoin, the wave 5 of 3. And looking at it, probably the last wave, which is the wave 5, will probably be the most impulsive, because you'll be into lots of low volume, and your target, obviously your target is going to be the all-time high. That's the target. So everyone who's looking to take profit, you're looking at the all-time high. It's quite far up, huh? It's 25,000% higher than the current price. Yeah, you'd need some kind of massive alt season to get there, but yeah. Yeah. Oh, I took Slurf and it an entry in Slurf and it went down. That's annoying. Probably going to go down and swing failure the lower level. Whatever. I've got a slightly wide invalidation. All right. Okay, so without really me going into detail, all right, even though I already have, I think you've got pretty strong resistance at about 0.035 to 0.036, this weekly and monthly level. That's slightly above us. That is about 89% above the current price. I think the MEXC launch price is going to offer resistance, and that's slightly above the 382. Every one of these higher time frame fib levels will react to the price. The price will react. Now, in the previous price action, you can clearly see that there was a reaction, and so naturally these fib levels are really good places to take profit. If you see that the price goes beyond it, then it's also a good place to put back in. Yeah, you can see so actually, even though there's resistance above us, it's possible that the price can flip that into support, but you're still into resistance. And then obviously I think the MEXC launch price will probably act as resistance. So all of these levels have to be flipped. And so if you're looking to just take profit, any one of these levels are good are good places to take profit. The fibs are the best. Yeah, these higher time frame fibs, 618, 786, 886. And actually the 886 is kind of very close to a daily level. And then obviously you've got the all-time high. I think probably the best trading in this would be just to take it all the way up to the all-time high. I wouldn't really focus too much on price discovery. And actually, because the price has declined so much since the all-time high in the previous bull market, it is very possible for a token like this to just find big resistance at the golden pocket. That's already about from between a 14 or so to 18x on the current price. I think for most people that's a lot of increase in value, and especially if someone has accumulated at the point of control, yeah, to go up to the golden pocket, you have to bear in mind that that's like a 70 or so 77x on their value, increase in value. So I would not be surprised if the biggest resistance you find is the golden pocket. Yeah. And so if I was looking to trade this, and I'm looking to pick up this token, probably after this wave is complete, waiting for the big correction to see how it corrects. I would be looking to basically take most of my profit at the golden pocket, probably, and have a runner for higher prices. That's kind of how I would play it. I think the main reason why is because you can't tell on Binance, but there must be quite a strong downward momentum on this token from the previous bull market. Did I delete it again? Yeah, I did. I'll quickly have a look at the momentum. JASMY. Mexi. I deleted and re-added Mexi chart numerous times. I'll do it once more. Actually, it's not too bad. The momentum's being flipped. It's not too bad. That's the 21. That's the 50. Yeah. The momentum's turned, actually. The 200's a big one. Let's have a look at the 200. There's no 200 weekly. We don't have enough weeks. Let's go to 3-day. Yeah. So you see there's still like some higher time frame momentum moving averages to 200 on the 3-day. You see that? That's an EMA, but that's obviously gonna react. And on the daily time frame, look at the daily. The momentum is all turned now as well. So actually the momentum is probably not going to play a big role. So actually you might see, you could probably see a good, I think once you flip the Mexi launch price into support, you could get a pretty strong move up to higher prices. Maybe look at these other things as well. Bicycle top. It's about to Bicycle's about to make a top alert here. It's about to do it. It needs to go up now. Otherwise you're going to have a Bicycle alert trigger here. I spent a little bit of time on this, so apologies for that. Sometimes you have to, you can't just jump in and analyze. You have to go into a little bit of depth and try and see what's going on. I think we're looking for one more pullback to go up, and every one of these lines are probably going to act as resistance on the way up. Okay, that's what I think. And the big one is going to be at the MEXC launch price. You've got this monthly level, they're pretty big. You've got the golden pocket, that's big. And then higher up, you've got this daily level, which corresponds to this 86. Roughly, that's going to be big too. You have a lot of big levels, and in between those levels, you have a lot of gaps. And so the most amount of money that can be made is trading it from level to level. Yeah, this is quite a big distance. Like if we get above the MEXC launch price to the next big level, is a 100% increase in value. And then going from there to the next level is a 50% increase in value. Into the next level is another 71% increase in value. Getting from the top of the golden pocket to the next level, 157% increase in value, and then continue that. The whole story continues. So it's quite easy to increase your value, but you have to go level to level if you want to do that. Gary is saying, picked up most of mine at 0.011. Oh, you got a good entry, huh? You see, that's good. And I'll tell you why that's good, because this candle here is holding the price because of the volume that's come into this candle. That's, as long as the price doesn't come back into this candle, you're good. You're basically, your entry is underneath support. And I think you're good, honestly. I think you're good. I think as long as the price doesn't come back into this candle, you're good. Yeah, that volume, that candle is really a powerful candle, and the price hasn't been able to come back into that candle. It just means people are holding it long and they're not closing their positions. The price is consolidating above that candle. It's really healthy consolidation. Decrease, you can see the volume is actually decreasing. Yeah, so it's what you expect. David said he closes longer. Shit. Here I am analyzing JASMY, and I'm about to lose all my money. Oh God, it's really gone down, huh? Shoot. I'm literally about to get liquidated. I have a very small account, so it's not a big deal. The thing about Slurf is I'm not going crazy right now because I'm just testing the water. And so when you're testing the water, it's always good to just use a really small account that you don't care about. And then when I'm sure or confident, I'm going to use a bigger account. I'm not sure right now. 317. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I don't really like these big levels are really important, Gary. So I don't know if you're looking to trade, yeah, but if you're just on spot, you could cover your position with a short if you're familiar with shorting, if you have confidence to short. And it doesn't have to be a crazy short. It could just be, I think the price, the price never goes up in straight lines. And so these levels are usually where the price will react, with the ones that I've marked. Okay. And that's basically JASMY. I can have a look at it again in the future if you remind me. And I've got it here now on my analyzed list.